it out. If you have, when you have a secondary upgrade equipped, so the munitions discards it, so it's no longer equipped. So the 2400 isn't just a floating hunk of not shooting thing. It can still, it goes back to its primary. It's not just completely useless. He goes 3 left bank. Ooh. And he gets in there, but I still think that Saber can close the distance if he's doing a 2 left anyway. Ooh. Is it on? Gotta back it up a little bit. The Templar calls clear. Alright. Does the 2 left. Solo action, 2 left. He's good, so yeah. It's gonna boost, focus, and that should be all she wrote. Yep. Wow, that's it. Unbelievable. When they released the Wave 5 specs and I saw the Outrider ability, you know, everyone thought, well, that is a possibility. You can get to range 1. I've never seen that happen, though, where a guy has been able to do that, especially with 1 hole left. I mean, what an unbelievable game that was. And it was well flown by Templar, but Jeff flew really well too. There was just nothing he could do at the end there, really. Well, I guess you can't say. I mean, we won't ever know. Like whoever was Mr. Silver was saying, he could have done something different, but we won't know for certain. But even like bumping him, I still don't know if that would have done it. Say interceptor. But still, if you're Jeff, yeah, you killed a shitload. So, it's a loss, but if you're going to lose, losing 76 points is still pretty damn good. It's about the best you can hope for, pretty much, really. I think if Jeff looks back at the log file, he's going to see when he was over here and he had that Outrider or that Decimator trying to catch up, he played it a little bit slow, and especially when he was turning right here, he should have sped up. He allowed that Interceptor to close the distance. And I mean, if you're the Outrider in that position, you don't care if you go too far and get out of range. You do care, though, if the Interceptor is able to close the distance, and that's exactly what happened. So, Jeff flew well, but I think when he watches the replay, he's going to see that he could have gone a little bit faster to ensure that distance would have been kept. Yeah, and that thrust control fire didn't make a difference, too. Alright. So, Shazbot, expected 22.5, actual 28. Expected crit 7.5, actual 9. Expected focuses 15, actual 13. Evades expected 19.125, actual 23. focuses 12.75, actual 15. Corrin 20.65 hits, actual 23. Crits 6.875, actual 8. Focuses 13%, actual 11. Expected after rerolls, pretty similar all around. They're expected after rerolls. Evades 10.875, actual 8. So, yeah. Shazbot definitely got lucky. Yeah. I'd say that was a fairly wide margin for luck when Corrin only rolled 2.5 as many hits as he should have. And like 1 crit. Shazbot like a 1.5 crits, 4.5 hits, 4 evades, and 6 less of it. The evades are really what made the difference. And Shazbot definitely could have. He probably still would have been favored to win, just because Corrin was able to line up any shots on Whisper. But I'd say that's still pretty bad luck when you look at the graph. Anyway. It was a very good game all around. So, looks like that's it, boys. We are getting close. How many games are yet to be played? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 21 out of... So 21 out of 58. So, a little more than a third of the games actually still need to be played. So, it's Sunday night. They got to be done by Wednesday night. I can't imagine we're going to get more than 5 or so of those done. Looking forward to those matchups second round once they're released. First round is all just kind of a... Well, there were some really good matchups first round, actually. Even though I'm unfamiliar with a lot of these guys, like that Dark Templar Jeff game, for example, was great. Juan's a really good player. I haven't seen that Sable Griffin guy before, but we don't have any of the big names, like Paul Heaver, obviously. He's kind of a big name, yeah. Going against something like Starslinger. What's the world champs name on here again? Or the national champ. Mike NYHC? I think that's him. He hasn't even played yet. Huh. I think that's him, ain't it? Actually, I don't think it is. Mike Kaufman. Is that him? No. No, that's not him. The fuck is it? There's goddamn names. Who the hell won? You assholes. Whatever, fuck it. Would you have done the 3 bank at the end as the Wild Space Fringer? You know, I really don't think it would have mattered. Because he was sitting right here. Like, what the hell could you do? The only thing is maybe he could have done a 2 right turn. Nah, but even that he could have cleared. At that point, there was nothing he could have done. Once the intercept was on you like that, there's not much you can do. And this thing's pretty maneuverable for big ship with that barrel roll ability and the good dial, but he had him at that point. Here is where he fucked up. Went a little too slow. Should have played with a little bit more caution. He was just hoping, he wanted to make sure he was keep getting hits every turn, but he should have just been worried about that interceptor closing the distance. I actually thought Dark Templar could have played even more aggressive trying to close the distance, but he just wanted to make sure he didn't die with that focus evade. So they both played really well, but I think I gotta tip my hat to Templar and say he just outplayed him just a little bit. So maybe risk the asteroid to go right. Yeah, like I said, even so he goes right, he ends up right here. I don't think that meant, because the 2 left turn puts the interceptor right here, right? Okay, so now you can either boost right. If you can't boost right, then you can boost straight, then barrel roll right. And he's right here. Fringer is here, interceptor is here. He still would have had him. Might not have been able to focus, but he still would have had a range 1 shot 4 on 2, so I don't think it would have mattered. But anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate you guys watching. I'll try to be on tomorrow, but if there's TC games going on, I'll have them streaming, so yeah, I'm not sold the Outright as good as the hype. What do you think? Well, I've lost my fair share of games to it. I am surprised we have not seen an Outrider with an ion cannon. I kind of thought someone might try to go that way, because if he would have had an ion cannon, he would not have been in this. Well, at the end, obviously, you know, it would have made a difference throughout the course of the game, but a range 1 through 3, 360-degree ion cannon. If you go back and look at the course of that game, how many times they were like close to an interceptor or were looking off, like think of what you could do with that. Just make, he's right here, so there's a ship like here, just make him just go off into La La Land. I'm really surprised. I haven't tried it yet myself, and I know that's a buttload of points to spend on it, but like I said, looking at this build, not having that engine upgrade, what happens? You get fucked like that at the end game, potentially. Whereas if you had an ion, you wouldn't have to worry about always having to barrel roll boost to stay out at range 2 or 3. You wouldn't give so much of a crap wherever it was. Obviously it doesn't do the damage that the heavy laser cannon does, but it's 4 points cheaper and has a fucking awesome ability. The ion, that is. So I'm actually kind of surprised we haven't seen that, but you know, all you have to look at to see the Outrider HLC's value, I'll show you something. Nope. Right there. Dash Rendar, heavy laser cannon, engine upgrade, Outrider. Motherfucking Paul Heaver. If he likes it, I'd say it's pretty good. And Born to Run, you gotta fly it, you gotta know how to fly it. It's just like flying the Fat Falcon. Like everyone says Fat Han kind of sucks against everything else. You can win Fat Han against other builds, like not just Whisper builds that it's built to counter. You know, Paul Heaver, he made it to the freaking, what did he make, to the Final Four in the national tournament of like 138 players with a Fat Han list. Han, Biggs, and Atala. So it's all about how you fly it.